If you've been working 50 hours a week or more for a while, or if you've never really found a way to stop yourself working too much, or if your emotional energy at the end of every day is just under the floor, this is the channel for you. If you've been feeling 20% or less, I'll help you feel 80% or more. That's what this whole channel does. All you need is 3 things, and we're going to start with number 1, masking tape, or any tape for that matter. You have to decide on a spot in your office where you have a line, and that line is the line that you will be stepping over. Today, that is what you're going to be doing, is coming up with where you're going to put that line, because your bag or your things that you have to grab in order to leave work have to be on the other side of that line. This is where you probably go, oh, this is not for me, I'm going to stop watching. Don't do that, because there's 3 things that you're going to need. One of them is the line. Number 2, once you put the line in the right location, which is exactly where you can step over that line but not go back to whatever you were doing for your work. Once you step over that line, that is it. That's where that line absolutely must be. So do consider where that's going to be. Number 2, as I said, you are going to need your phone. And the reason why you need the phone is because a professional buddy, don't worry if you don't have a professional buddy, keep watching because you will be able to be teed up with one. You just need a professional buddy that will be ringing you at preset times. Then, when you're on the phone, we're going to follow this through and you're going to watch me. This is what I have recently worked out, and it is actually working. Yeah, I know. I can't believe it either. It's actually working. I had never been able to figure out how to stop working too much. You know, at the end of the day, when things are really hectic, you just want to finish something because you really never got anything done to the level that you wanted to, that you've only achieved minimal things, that you tend to stay at work and then you become dysfunctional in that work. Someone will ring you, someone walks in, someone interrupts you, and then you find yourself doing what everyone else wants you to do and you still haven't finished the things that you wanted to finish. Do you know what I mean? That has been me. I have a solution. So follow along. This is it. So your buddy rings you at a preset time where that you have decided is going to work for you on certain days of the week. You might only do this 3 days a week. You might do it every time you work. They ring you at that exact time. You must stay on the line with that person. Keep being on the phone. You might finish the one thing that you were working on when they ring. So if you've got a preset time to leave at 4 o'clock, you stay there on the phone with them while you finish the one thing that you were doing. Not 2 things you were doing, the one thing that you were doing. You finish that off, stay on the phone. That might take 2 minutes, 5 minutes max. Don't go over 5 minutes. Keep on the phone, as you can see here. Then doesn't matter what's going on your computer, you do not have to shut down your computer, because you might have tabs open that you haven't finished that you can get to the following day. Just shut it down. I know it's excruciating. I hate doing it too. However, I don't have the emotional capacity at the end of the day to actually systematically shut any of those things down. Just like all the windows in my brain are open, I can't shut them all down. I just have to grab my computer, grab everything else that I need, and then physically step over the line. I must leave everything as a mess on my desk. I like to have a clean desk. I usually have a clean desk, but by the end of the day, as a high school principal, my desk ends up with stuff on it about things that I've got to do. And at the end of the day, my brain is not functional. And I don't know about you, is your brain functional at the end of the day? Well, mine isn't. So just leave it. Leave everything exactly where it is on your desk, because you do not have the emotional capacity. You can choose to have a neat desk and stay there for the next 2 hours and be dysfunctional, or you can leave the desk a mess and the next day when you come in, you've got a functional brain to be able to deal with it. We're just going to have to leave it and step over the line while you are still on the phone. As you can see, I'm still on the phone here. Grab your bag. Once you've stepped over that line, you don't go back. No going back. But here's the trick. You must stay on the phone until you reach a point of that, that critical point where you leave work, where people are going to bother you as you walk out the door, where people need to ask that question, where people need to say, oh, can you just help me with this? Can this happen? Oh my God. And then you're standing there talking for the next half an hour and you still haven't left work and you've still achieved none of your other work. And it is so frustrating. You're hearing me. So be on that phone until you finally get out to a point where you know you're not going to be bothered anymore. And if you've got to do that all the way to the train station, that's what you do. If you've got to do that all the way to the car, if you've got to do that all the way until you know that you're around the corner down the street, or you've gone out the front door and they've shut behind you, as long as you get past that friction point. And I want you to think now, what is your friction point for you to actually leave work? It's that friction point that you need to plan around and make sure you're still on the phone during that time with your buddy. So your buddy has to be prepared to be on the phone with you. It could be anywhere from 5 minutes up to 15 minutes. While they're working, they might still be working, but your job is to get out of that location and actually get physically out of work. The idea is not to really pick up the work when you get home. It's up to you whether you ever do that. But at the moment, we have to exit you from work, and this is the plan. Now, if you want a buddy and you know that, like, you could ask your son, your daughter, your friend, your husband, or someone to actually help you and call you. However, when there's someone that doesn't really understand what it's like to be a busy person who works too many hours, they don't get it. And you will tend to just continue to follow the pattern. So recently reached out to someone that I don't know very well, and I asked them for help with this because they too are a professional. They too probably have had this same experience of working too many hours. And I'll tell you what, them ringing me at that exact time so I can leave work has just been nothing short of miraculous. And I haven't worked too much. And I still achieve the same amount, and I just have managed to actually leave work and not work so many hours. And when I do work, I'm more functional. So if you're needing a professional buddy, someone that you're accountable to, that you can be on the phone to, just go to the link below so that we can aim to tee you up with someone who has the same problem that you do, so you can help each other, but you're in the same time zone. So go to the link below if you want to be a part of that, so that you can also get a mate who you know gets you, because they go through the same thing too. And this will be part of a community. So every 4 to 6 weeks, how we can support each other when we basically work too much, and how we can increase our emotional energy levels from anywhere between 20% and down below, all the way up to 80% all the time. And at the moment you're thinking that's not possible, but actually it is. Now, this channel is all about that, bringing up your emotional energy level so that you are feeling fulfilled, and not just okay, not just life's all right. This whole channel is how you can bring yourself up from very low emotional energy levels all the way up to 80% or more emotional energy levels all day, every day of the week. I know you think that's crazy, but it is actually not. This whole channel actually helps you get there, regardless of if you're a professional, an executive, a busy mum, you're trying to run your business, you've got 3 jobs, doesn't matter what you're doing. This whole channel is about how to get you from low emotional energy levels to feeling fulfilled and feeling better in your life. I will never ask you to subscribe. I will never ask you to like. I will never have ads for other products in here, because I have too much integrity for that. This entire channel is about how you can feel more fulfilled and bring up your emotional energy levels all the time to 80% or more, because 80% is actually possible. All you do is keep watching these and I'll give you more ways and means to feel 80% or more.